Hey everyone, I'm Brittany from Crystal Vaults, and I'm here to talk to you about an important subject. It's easy at times to forget that we are all truly connected to one another, to our planet, and to the universe as a whole. It often takes a major incident to ripple the threads of light that bind us, to make us shift our focus, recognize we are being called, and prompt us to action. We are now being called to action. We are being called upon to repair the threads of light that bind us together as humans after a series of deadly, destructive earthquakes have crippled the country of Nepal. The thread that connects us is compassion. The means of rebinding our threads of light is crystals. Here's Henry to help me explain.
Hello, I'm Hank Mason, the founder of Crystal Vaults. In the months before the first devastating earthquake in Nepal, I had just completed a purchase of delicate, clear, beautiful quartz clusters from a man named Ashwet Stapet of Kathmandu, Nepal. Here you can see we are discussing this purchase last March on Skype. The first order arrived safe and sound, and we were beginning to process it when we heard the news of the destructive earthquake that rocked his country, and we were very worried. We heard nothing from Ashwet for several days. Then some good news amongst the terrible. He and his family were okay, but the country was devastated. The fate of the village from which our quartz was mined was unknown. The roads were destroyed, and the fate of the village of TAJIMRANG was unknown. A few days later, Ashwet and his partners were able to fly to TAJIMRANG by helicopter, bringing in tents and water. What they found there was heartbreaking.
The dead rest in peace, but the actual problem lies now for those who have lost all of little what they had to sustain on. Among most affected lies a small village in the base of the Himalayas called TAJIMRANG in Dhading district. The death toll itself is 70 plus in this tiny village of 200 houses where these people had their livelihood based on the quartz crystal mine that lies in this region. Now this beautiful village can be seen nothing more than a pile of rubble and mud with not a single house standing. We intend to do what is needed to put life back into the heart and soul of this small village and try to restore it to its past beauty.
The destruction is crippling the country. The international community is working to help alleviate the suffering. The Red Cross and many relief organizations are doing all they can. It is going to be a long and expensive rebuilding. While we can all help through the international relief organizations by donating to their work, there is something we can do. We can help the people of one village rebuild and recover. We can make a difference to them. The village lives by agriculture and mining quartz. They have a storehouse of beautiful quartz clusters from their mines. But you cannot rebuild a village and revitalize its life with a warehouse full of quartz. It needs to be sold for the cash to buy building supplies. Here's where you can help. We are not asking for donations. We are not presenting ourselves as a charity. We are simply crystal people. We can help the village rebuild by simply buying their quartz and allowing them to get back on their feet and rebuild their homes. They are not asking for a handout. They are asking that we do business with them now rather than later so that they can rebuild. They just ask that we buy their quartz now. Let me show it to you.